Hello y'all, here we are with another video. This is us turning this portable building into a usable workspace. You know, we had other videos turning the portable building into living space, and we're not going to be living in this building, which is obvious, but we're turning this into our workshop, gun shop. My wife is a gunsmith, and she just recently got her FFL, and I reload and stuff, so I wanted to be in on it too. And so, alright, just catch you up. We wired it ourselves. We insulated it. We put up paneling. We was undecided on what to put for a wall covering, and we just kind of went the cheap way and bought this paneling. Here's some sheets here in the floor. This stuff is like really thin. I don't know how the thickness of it, but this is cinnamon beech that come from Lowe's, I believe, and I would use it for something, but I would not use it for wall covering. I don't know, maybe to work on underneath a car or something like that, or I really don't know. Over sheetrock, I guess it would be okay, but not for putting over studs. I would not recommend it, because they say you're supposed to glue it and nail it. We glued and nailed like crazy all over the place, and the moisture in the air, I mean, it's warped up. It was easy to cut, lightweight, I have to give it that. So I mean, if you was putting it over something already solid, might be good, but not over just studs. That was a major headache, because I mean, you work so hard and it looked real good, and you come back the next day and it's like you didn't even nail it down or something, you know. And if you leave something like a strip of it out, within just a few hours, you look out there and it was just all bowed up and stuff, and it does not like moisture whatsoever. But we kind of jumped ahead on the videos a little bit on that. We just kind of, I worked really crazy hours, and Kelly's been doing a lot of work here lately with her FFL and house, and you know, we got 5 kids, so this is the reason why we do this, is you know, that way we can work on it when we can. And we do have a life other than making YouTube videos. And anyway, we started making our benches in here, work tables, and there is so many different plans on YouTube, on different websites. There's this one here was, I don't even remember what website, hammerzone.com. I don't know anything about hammerzone.com. I'm not promoting them or whatever, but they've got a pretty good little sketch. This one's been walked on. I kind of used that one to go by, and it worked out pretty good. I altered the plan. I just kind of went by their design, but 8-foot 2x4s. Basically, you got one in the back for a brace, then you got one at the top. It's a mirror image of the front here. So that's 4 8-foot 2x4s. And then just because we use 8-foot 2x4s, they're cheap. Home Depot, $2.57, I believe. And we made all the boards, like the depth boards, all 31 inches. That way they would, you know, if you cut 96-inch 2x4 into, you can't get 32 inches out of it. You think you would, but the width of your saw blade each time you cut is going to eat so much. So if you cut, you know, twice, then all of a sudden you're going to have one just a little bit short. And when it comes to legs, you don't want one short and one long. So we just went with 31 inches. I mean, we could have went with 31.5, but it was easier just 31. And it was a nice bright spot on our tape measure. But anyway, The structure of it's all 2x4s. This whole thing is 2x4s. Everybody was telling us different ways to do our tabletops using solid doors. You price a solid door, they're expensive. If you've got one laying around or something, use it. Be a good solid deal. But I wanted this to, I'm going to be reloading. I'm going to have my presses mounted on here and stuff. I'm going to really be cranking down, doing 30-06s and stuff. And anyway, I wanted it solid. And I was thinking plywood. And I was like, nah, I don't like plywood. It's you kind of hit and miss. So I was doing the figuring. Plywood here, I think for the good stuff was like $30, $30-something, which I don't know. If you want to go that way, do it. But I ended up using 2x4s. I just went and cut every one of them 31 inches. And this is an 8-foot deal. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 17, 18, 19, 20, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 28. I cut 28 31-inch boards. And basically you get 3 boards out of each 2x4. So, okay, you can do the math on that. Even if it did cost more to do this, I mean, that is solid. You don't have to do any kind of bracing underneath it or whatever. You know, you get a piece of plywood and you put, say, 50 pounds of shot, or, you know, if you're using this, it don't have to be a gun shop. But say if you're putting something really heavy right here on plywood, after a while, it's going to fold down. The 2x4, of course, it's going to hold up. I mean, it's got its limits too. But I don't know, I just wanted it to, and of course, back here on the wall, I screwed it into the studs. That way it won't be moving around, you know, stuff like that. I didn't get real crazy doing that, just in case we did want to move the stuff around. You know how, you know, women are. They kind of want to rearrange every once in a while. But from here over to the safe, we're going to build another table. And it'll be my wife's work table. And she is going to probably want it a little bit different. I don't know if she might want it taller, higher. But that's one thing you got to take in effect, is the height of stuff. You know, I wanted, this is my chair, work table chair here. And I was wanting to be able to put it up here, put my legs underneath it, you know. See how my legs are just perfectly underneath this? That way I can be working on stuff. And, I mean, to me, this is just like the perfect height. It's not too high, it's not too low, you know, and it's, you know, like I said, 31 inches high. But then you got the thickness of the 2x4s on top of that. So, you know, it makes it, I don't know, roughly a little less than 33 inches, you know. And well, anyway, it's a perfect height to me. And of course, we're going to put like some shelves up here on the wall, as well as like some pegboard. Kind of undecided on that. That's just accessory type stuff anyway. I mean it's functional, but like I've got plugs underneath here to, you know, if I have something I'm wanting to run underneath there, I can plug that stuff in. And if I wanted to, I could drill like a hole here to run the cord up. That way, the only thing, you know, I'm not using these plugs and they're in the way. You know, I could run it stuff up like a Dremel or something like that, you know. And I can sit here and work, and the cords won't be all running crazy. And I don't know, I really like it. I could even, you know, put a deal like up here where I could have my my screwdrivers or something like that hanging up there, or like a hammer or wrenches and stuff like that. You know, I can just reach up and grab them and start working. You know, you gotta, I mean, we don't have a whole lot of money. I mean, that's the whole point of this, is we're very low income, I would say. So we have to make do with what we got. And I don't know, doing stuff like this, you know, you just got to make do with the space you got. Of course, You know, some people can be able to afford a 24 by 50 metal building or something to work with, and they've got all kinds of room and all that. And well, we can do what we can afford. And one of these days, you know, when we got more money, we might trade this in for a bigger one. There, you know, I mean, we have that option. But for right now, this is going to be perfect for us. And okay, over here, as you can tell, there's we had some extra pieces from doing cuts and stuff like that, and it's not perfect. We put that one up there and it was a little bit off. I said just stick it on there because there's going to be another, like a desk here covering that up. And I mean, yeah, who cares, you know? I mean, if it was up here where you could see it or something, don't worry about it. But my wife's got all kinds of gunsmithing posters she's going to put up and stuff. So, I mean, all that'll be covered up. So, I mean, even the warping of this stuff, you know, it's not really going to be noticed because it's going to be all covered up. So, like even here, see how that's bowed out? I mean, there's nails on it, but yet it's still bowed out a little bit. And I don't know, it might bother some people, and they might not want it. And I probably wouldn't want that in my house, you know. And but I don't know. We're getting her lined out, and sorry about the big gaps in the videos. We have a lot of other stuff. We have health problems with some of our kids and stuff like that, and between work and just life, you know. We video when we can, and like I say, we work on the shop when we can. And I forgot to point out, we painted the floor. It's dirty from me walking in and out right now. It's raining outside, and we bought the paint. It's floor paint from Lowe's. I forgot the brand of it, but it's really good stuff. You remember the brand of it? It's Lowe's brand, just cheap floor paint, and whatever the cheap brand they have. And
the bucket's right there.
Yeah, let me go get the bucket real quick here. That way I can. Yeah. All right. As you can tell, it's wet from being outside. Of course, you can't tell the name of it.
It says flooring utility.
Flooring utility gloss enamel, so it's enamel paint. The name of it's up there. It's gray. C&M coatings. It's pretty good stuff. Whoops. And it's really raining this today. It's Saturday, and like I say, I work all the time. But anyway, she put one coat on it. Kelly, one holding the camera's the one done. Why? She used a brush or a roller, rolled it, and it had, you know, the wordings of the floor, whatever the brand of it is and stuff. It was shining through just a little bit. So she went through with another coat, and we are really satisfied with it. We were shooting those 2x4s around a while ago after we built the table, and it was holding up. I mean, you could tell where we drug it, so we started lifting it. But I mean, it didn't scratch right off. It seems like it's going to work pretty good. We could always paint it after we get the tables, but it looks nicer to have it all going to the corners. Of course, we didn't paint underneath the safe because the safe weighs about 600 something pounds. Has all our guns in there, so it's kind of hard to move it around. But over here on the walls, around the windows, we're going to take some like 1x6 type boards. It might even be like 1/2-inch boards, and we're just going to kind of box it in. It's kind of like a rough cut type board. It is basically pallet lumber is what it is, and it just the function. I mean, just to box it in, you know, it ain't got to be nothing fancy. And of course, I think this window is the one that's going to have the air conditioner in it. And That's why it's got that extra plug there. And that's about it, really, I guess. We're ready to start really working in this thing. So this weekend we've really been busy doing that. But it didn't take us no time to build that table. I know y'all don't really get on these to see about tables, but this was really makes a difference in this room. And I was really trying to save money and stuff, but in something like this, I'm really glad that we went a little extra and you know, put like the 2x4 top instead of like going with OSB or something like that. But there's other ways you could top this too. I've got a buddy that put laminate flooring on top of his. He put like I want to say he did use OSB, but it was real thick stuff. And then he put the laminate flooring, just like you would the Snap & Lock stuff in the floor. He put it on the top, and then he like screwed the corners or something so it wouldn't come loose. He loves it. And if you wear the laminate flooring out, then you can replace it. But I don't know. That seemed like the way to go. We're undecided on what we're going to lay over this, but it looks pretty nice the way it is. So I don't know. We've got a bunch of that leftover junk paneling, so we might just put that on there and see how that holds up. I don't know. Alright, well, thank you for watching our videos, and God bless.